Guys, yesterday I really never had time to obviously gauge this much reaction of the AFCON, but remember, I'm here to bring you an update of every AFCON game and to let you know which fixtures are obviously happening today. But yesterday, Ghana was beaten shockingly by Cape Verde, and Egypt went ahead to draw, but they're also on the verge of losing, and it required a Salah penalty in the 90th minute to see to it they obviously got themselves a point into that game that was played in Ivory Coast. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's a Monday, 15th of January 2024, and I'm here to obviously give you a little bit of a snippet on what the AFCON is all about. I went ahead and obviously brought you the reaction of Nigeria. Nigeria dropped points yesterday, guys, and no huge team went ahead to win. Yesterday, I expected Nigeria to put out a very different display, but they really drew 1-1 with Equatorial Guinea. Egypt drew 2-2 with Mozambique, and Ghana was beaten. So let's get into this game of footballs, these games, and really see how obviously things really went down in Ivory Coast. AFCON is really going on, and it's really going and showing us that teams have gone ahead to elevate. Let's start it off with the side of Egypt. Egypt came in through, and in just 2 minutes, Mustafa Muhammad had gone ahead to put them ahead, and everyone thought that, oh, it's gonna be a galore of goals. But guess what? It turned out to be the hunter becoming the hunted, because in the 55th minute, Witi of Mozambique went ahead to level the game, and Klesko Baku went ahead to obviously make it 3 minutes later. And from the 58th minute to the 90th minute, plus 7 minutes, Mozambique was in the lead, and it required a foul that saw the referee being called onto the side monitor, and he pointed onto the spot, and Mohamed Salah went ahead to obviously convert that to the back of the net. And I think Elneny was in the midfield. He really played very well, but trust me, there was no huge gulf in class, according to me, and how I know how to see everything into that game. No huge gulf of class, and trust me, Egypt need to really put in a third gear. That is it. Because yesterday I saw them playing in Gear 1, and they couldn't obviously kill off the chances they created. It wasn't like they never went ahead to create chances, but chances were there, but they never went ahead to kill off those chances. And that is something that you wouldn't like to see a team like Egypt really go through. You would love to see your team kill off chances, and after killing off those chances, you'd love to see to it that everything goes on as planned. So to me, it's really important to note that Egypt needs to raise up to the occasion, not rely only on Mohamed Salah, but to really create a lot. It's one of those teams that I thought are going to be contenders, but the first game of the group stage cannot really paint a very good picture on what the team is going to be like. So we have to wait for match day 2 in this group B and see how things are really going to pan out. And let me show you exactly how the stats were for this fixture. 21 shots by Egypt, Mozambique had 6, and it shows you that Egypt were not clinical, because out of 21 shots, they really had 5 on target. They would have gone ahead to have like 10 on target, but their composure was really lacking in the final third. And Mozambique, 2 shots on target, and all those 2 crossed the line. It shows you how clinical and lethal they are in front of goal. Then 62% ball possession by Egypt, 38% ball possession by Mozambique, 518 passes completed by Egypt, 337 passes completed by Mozambique, 91% passing accuracy, and 83% passing accuracy. 9 fouls by Egypt and 9 fouls by Mozambique, 1 yellow card to Egypt and 3 to Mozambique, 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides to Egypt and 1 offside to Mozambique. Then 7 corners to Egypt and 2 corners to the side of Mozambique. And it really shocked everyone, because Egypt was on the verge of losing the game, and it required a Salah penalty to obviously save them. Now, for Egypt, they need to obviously kill off their chances. I've shown you the stats. They had 22 shots on target. 22 shots and only 5 were on target. Composure was lacked, meaning that they had the lion's share of the possession, and they had the lion's share of the corners. Everything positive in the game was a lion's share, and they never went ahead to kill off their chances, meaning that they've come in through as a different team altogether that can really create very many chances, but they need to obviously be killing them off to see to it that they obviously raise up to the occasion. Now, the other game that really closed up match day 2 was Ghana and Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a team I've gone ahead to see to it that they've gone ahead to really grow in their game, and they've gone ahead to obviously not lose, the opening match, ever since they came in through. I think it was in 2011, and I think in 2021, and even yesterday they went ahead to really keep their record by beating Ghana by 2-1. It was a shocker, it was a shocker. But this is a shocker to a person who has not been following African football. For we who follow up the World Cup qualifiers, the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, these big teams, the household names, have gone ahead to obviously deteriorate a lot, and teams have gone ahead to match them. I think teams that have gone ahead to obviously put themselves in that ilk of being special in this era, it's Algeria and Morocco, but I think and Cameroon, right? But the rest, I don't see anything special they are bringing on the table. That is it. I mean, it's them having stars. Their Galacticos cannot obviously live up to the occasion. And in the 17th minute, Jamiro Monteiro went ahead to obviously score the first goal for Cape Verde. Alexander Dijuku in the 56th minute went ahead to obviously head it home to make it 1-1. It was a corner. Then in the 90th plus second minute, 2 minutes in those 5 added, Gary Rodriguez made it 2-1 for the side of Ghana. And it was all about the poor defending of Ghana into that fixture. They defended very badly. There was miscommunication in between the defenders and the goalkeeper, and they ended up gifting the ball to the striker, that is Rodriguez. And Rodriguez took a very good fast touch, and he composed himself and passed that ball to the goal of Ghana to make it 2-1, and Ghana went ahead to lose. But Ghana had chances and they failed to kill them off. And even Cape Verde really had some keeper to beat, and the goalkeeper of Ghana was really outstanding on the night. To me, in that game, he was the man of the match. On the side of Ghana, he was the man of the match because he saved them on 3 consecutive occasions, and he deserved the kudos. And if at all Ghana got all points in that game, he would have been one of those to hail. But he went ahead to obviously limit the damage on the night, because this side of Cape Verde had come in through to obviously distract Ghana. And the way Cape Verde were really composed on the ball, their movements, it is a planned system that is aimed at breaking down any team. They build well from the back, the midfield is really press resistant, the forwards commit themselves a lot. When they get that ball, they have that confidence that we can beat any player that we face. They really looked good, and I really liked them, and I cannot wait to see them play their second game, because they are really an elite team. They're like Mozambique. Every time they got the ball, when they're playing Egypt, they really put themselves in a better position of really not losing it, and they could knock it around until the 18-yard box, until they reached the 18-yard box area of Egypt. That is it. So let's go to the stats and see. You see, 10 shots by Ghana. Cape Verde had 15. And Ghana had 1 shot on target. Cape Verde had 5, And these 5, all of them were deadly. From the start of the game, they really played very well. 46% ball possession by Ghana. You see, Cape Verde had 54% ball possession. It shows you how good they looked on the night. Then 340 passes completed by Ghana. Cape Verde completed 392 passes. 81% passing accuracy by Ghana. 81% passing accuracy by Cape Verde. 17 fouls by Ghana. Cape Verde had 15. 3 yellow cards to Ghana and 3 yellow cards to Cape Verde. 0 red cards to both sides. 3 offsides to both sides. 2 corners to Ghana, and again 5 corners to Cape Verde. So those stats don't lie. They 100% reflect exactly what was in the game of football, and it's one of those games that I really want to rewatch again today before obviously I tell you which other games are obviously going to go on. No, now when you go to Group B, Cape Verde is on top, 3 points. Egypt is second with 1 point. Mozambique is third with 1 point, and Ghana is and Ghana is having 0 points. They are lying on bottom of the table. That's how bad Ghana has to do. And we really felt bad when this man just brought Inaki Williams. You know, Inaki Williams played off the bench. And you ask yourself, why is Inaki Williams playing off the bench? But I think Muhammad Kudus factor also went ahead to affect them, because Muhammad Kudus couldn't make it to the match squad. I think he's really having some injuries, but he's going to really recover very soon and get going in a nick of time. That is Muhammad Kudus for you. But I think if you're having Inaki Williams on the other wing and having Muhammad Kudus on the other wing, I think he can obviously get you a lot of options for the side of Ghana and Egypt. Now, when you look at Ghana in the African Cup of Nations, they are going to play Egypt next, big game on the 18th of January. So it is going to be one of those games that Ghana shouldn't want to lose. But Egypt is going to come in through and obviously say, we want to beat you. And if we beat you, all will be well in our name. And they're closing up the group with Mozambique. So it's really going to be hard for that side. And today, we are having some huge games in the African Cup of Nations. Obviously, Senegal opens up today with Gambia. Sadio Mane captains his side to come in through as defending champions. Then Cameroon later will play Guinea-Bissau. Sorry, we'll play Guinea. Guinea has one of the top scorers in the Bundesliga, that is Guirassy. And Cameroon are having very many players. And when you look at this other guy, he's called Onana, who was playing for Man United yesterday. He boarded and he's in Ivory Coast, obviously play for Cameroon. And later at night, Algeria is going to play against Angola. So those are games that you shouldn't really miss out on, because they're really very interesting. And we've gone ahead to create a special moment here onto the Rokani Media Football to bring you what the AFCON is all about. So guys, your reactions onto Ghana beaten as Egypt draws in the African Cup of Nations are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. Rokani Media Football is the YouTube channel where you're watching me on. Keep it up and don't forget to obviously subscribe. Bye bye. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum.